Hey everybody, welcome back here for another review, and this time I'm doing a review of Disney's Encanto. Now, the very first thing that catches your eye about Disney's Encanto is how amazing the animation quality is. From the vibrantly rich colors to the detailed character and location designs, the fluid animated movements, and the beautiful Colombian architecture and cultural influences. The rhythms, tempo, and beats of all the songs from the beginning to the end of the film blend naturally with the fantastic animation to produce a spectacular and visually brilliant animated movie. Now, personally, I am very impressed with how Disney has expanded the scope of their animated movies over the years. It has done so to encompass a wide and diverse set of countries and the cultural aspects that are unique to these countries. In doing so, they've opened up a whole new realm for any and all future animated movies. The story for Encanto, however, was a bit mediocre and predictable. I mean, this is kind of a standard for most Disney movies, but this one had a lot more potential for growth that wasn't fully utilized. But don't get me wrong, it is still a really good movie. Allow me to explain what I mean. First, let me give a brief rundown of what it is. The Madrigals are an extraordinary family who live hidden in the mountains of Colombia. I have to say it again, the beautiful animation quality is top-notch. They live in a charmed place called the Encanto. The magic of the Encanto has blessed every child in the family with a unique gift. Every child except for Mirabel. However, she soon may be the Madrigal's last hope when she discovers that the magic surrounding the Encanto is now in danger. It really took me about 15 minutes into the movie to figure out why Mirabel was the only one who didn't have a magical gift. Because just from watching her family, it was clear that she was the only one who didn't need one. She's portrayed as a 15-year-old, weird and somewhat quirky girl, but more than that, she's strong, deeply emotional, incredibly empathic, loving, understanding. She truly loves her family, and most importantly, she's comfortable with not being perfect. The magic of the miracle candle and the magical house, it gives you what you need, not what you want. While she may have wanted magical gifts, she actually didn't need them, unlike the rest of her family. Now, to be perfectly honest here, the family's gifts were basically just a magical crutch that they used to compensate for their own mental and emotional problems. Take her sisters, for example. The oldest one, Isabella, is beautiful and considered perfect by those around her. She can make flowers bloom everywhere. But secretly, she struggles with the burden of having to keep up her glamorous appearance, how that weighs on her, not being able to be herself. She's basically just wearing a mask all the time. Her other sister, Luisa, has superhuman strength and considers herself the muscle and strength of the Madrigal family. But on the inside, she harbors deep anxiety about never truly being strong enough and letting her family down. And this has become a literal fear for her. I mean, literally every family member, from the shapeshifter who doesn't quite know who he is or who he wants to be, to the youngest, Antonio, who can speak to and understand animals, but is also scared of being alone and wants friends. Literally all of their magical gifts are designed to help them cope with their inner struggles. But over time, the accumulated stress of trying to be this perfect family made them stray from what the true magic of the miracle really was. While all of this is really interesting, and I have to say again, visually beautiful to see, the flowers blooming, the animals, the strength, all of it is really, really good to see. Even shape-shifting and the controlling weather, all of these things are really good, but the movie lacked a wow factor. That is apart from Bruno living in the walls. I honestly didn't see that coming. I thought he was like in the woods or something, but anyway. However, you kind of knew that Mirabel had to be the one to save the family. And it just followed that process without adding any cool or unique twists, like maybe Mirabel having to go on a journey to discover powers of her own. You know, everything was just in the house rather than her having to really go, or like maybe the family's treatment of her causing her to leave, and then they having to learn that they were the problem all along and having to go search for her while learning of their own inner strengths and overcoming some of their problems. That would have been a really good way to expand on this story. I mean, even though we didn't get that, the scene with Mirabel and her grandmother Alma, who had really at one point at the end accused her of causing the family's misfortunes out of spite for not having a gift. That was hard to see, and it really showed how much her grandmother had strayed from it and wanted the family to be perfect instead of understanding what it was really about. And then having Alma finally realize that her wanting the family to be perfect was the cause for all the misfortunes, and finally seeing that Mirabel is the greatest miracle of the madrigals, and both of them once again coming to understand each other. It was very heartfelt and touching to see that. And the true message of this movie was not lost on me, and it won't be lost on you either. It's something that we can all take to heart, that family coming together is the greatest gift of all, and being yourself, even if that isn't perfect, and being there for each other is what really creates the true magic of every family. They had the voice acting was good in this movie. After say again, the animation, the details, everything was really nice, and it was a family-oriented movie that's what it's focused on. But it was funny, it was engaging, it was enjoyable. And also, despite what everyone else may think, being the black sheep of the family sometimes means that you're truly special in your own way. After all, despite how alone and ostracized Mirabel felt, in the end, she didn't need a magical door and some special power, because she is the true miracle of the madrigals. Final rating on this movie, 3.9 out of 5. I highly recommend that you watch it. Thanks again for viewing another one of my reviews. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments what you think about this movie, what you think about the direction Disney is going with them, and take care. And I hope this video answers your questions on my thoughts about Encanto. Cheyenne. Take care. See you all next time.